going to be listening to is a female. Let's clap for the ladies. Have you noticed most of the speakers are ladies? Clap, clap, clap. Ladies, go on. I love these Amazons. She's a seasoned professional with experience in financial services industry. Her cross-functional expertise cuts across credit and analysis, product pricing and development, international expansion, product management, data analytics, and customer relationship management, application optimization. Nadine holds a Master of Science in Finance from the University of Strathclyde, Scotland, and a master's degree in business management from INSEAD, Chambéry, France. She has also attended several management developmental programs with leading institutions, including the Michigan Ross School of Business, University of Michigan, and Lagos Business School. She currently heads the data analytics function and one of the first-tier banks in Nigeria. With a Glad Purpose Summit 2022 welcome, let's encourage her as she comes to the podium to do what she knows best to do. Don't stop clapping until she has taken this microphone. You know, when you clap so much, you will get more, much more than you expect. Just encourage her. You're welcome, madam.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me. Dr. Seth, it's a pleasure to be here. Purpose Summit, thank you very much. I was glad. I told myself, well, I didn't get the graveyard shift. I have the early morning one, so everybody is wide awake. And it's going to be a very short session. I believe there will be a workshop later on. But I'm going to try and go through what I've prepared today pretty quickly and see if, we can have 10 minutes toward the end and just take some question from the audience and move on. So I've been given the topic, leveraging technology to scale up your SME business. As most African, I have a number of friends and, of course, family members who run small businesses. And I am also a customer to many SMEs, right? So I am familiar with what SMEs go through. And today we're just going to run through really what technology is all about and how technology can help you scale, i.e. grow your business, right? So, but before we start, I would like us to just quickly look at what the life of an entrepreneur is all about. How many here run their own businesses? Let's see, show of hands if you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fantastic. So I'm in good company. So as an entrepreneur, most of the time you wear many hats, right? At the same time, you are the CEO of your business, but you're also the person in charge of marketing, right? You have to worry about communication going out, how to reach your customer, or carrying posters and going to put them on the street. In addition to that, you're also the secretary, right? You go out for meetings, you meet customers, you have to take notes, take minutes, keeping track of all your interactions with them. You're also the inventory manager. I mean, I don't know what businesses are represented. There are about 7 of you running businesses, right? So if you're in the business of making and selling chin-chin, for example, you need to ensure that you have enough flour, enough butter, enough egg, enough sugar, and you are the one who has to keep track of all that, right? Especially if you're, sole proprietor. You are also the accountant. You have to keep track of what has come in terms of sales, what is going out in terms of expenses, and so many other things. So you wear various hats at every point in time. And the survival of your business really primarily depends on you, right? So you do all those things, and then somebody comes up and say, oh, but you're going through so much stress, so many hardship because you haven't harnessed the opportunities offered by technology. And you sit down and you say, technology, but I'm only selling chin-chin technology, but I'm simply a tailor. So today, we are going to look at what technology is all about. You know, how can you use technology to harness the opportunities in your sector? So what is technology? Do we want to give it a try? Just one of two people. The business owners, what do you understand by technology? You shouldn't be shy. I don't normally do this either, so help me not to be shy. What do you understand by technology? But my technical team has given away my definition. They already put the slide. Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, technology is an enabler. It enables business to be done easier and faster.
Technology is an enabler. It enables you to run your business easily and at a faster pace. Anybody else would like to try? Thank you so much for that answer. Yes, sir. Yes, please go ahead. We have a mic to the right.
I can say technology is the application of scientific knowledge for practical use.
Application of scientific, can you elaborate on that? Give us an example of a scientific knowledge. So just give us an example. Let's say I'm a tailor, right? And you say technology is the application of
Scientific
science.
knowledge
Okay.
of using your, as a tailor, you could apply your scientific knowledge of tailoring, maybe in the design. You could apply it practically and even in industry.
You actually can, because today there are a lot of apps and websites who have actually pre-designed outfits. Last week, I was helping my daughter learn crochet because they have that as a subject in school. What did I do? I haven't used a crochet for the past 20 years, and I went online. And I look at what they did. I look at the various patterns. I pick one of the pattern, and I went through the whole motion. I could not have done that if I did not have a tool that enabled me to connect to the internet, watch through, and then practice as well. So yes, thank you very much. So we have had two, wonderful definitions of what technology is. I think for us today, what I would like us to live with is the fact that the term technology has evolved over the years, and today really it represents pretty much everything from tools to machines, whether hardware or software, physical or virtual, that enable us to solve real business problems every single day. That is technology, right? Your blender, for those who are caterers, is technology, right? You need those things to make your business run smoother. So please remember, technology is not just about your phone. It can be physical, it can be virtual, it can be hardware, it can be software. Now, having said all that, right, what are the specific areas in your business where technology can be useful? We now understand what technology is all about, and we now need to be sure, is it actually for me? All this technology that we're talking about, is it for me? I came to Purpose Summit. How will technology benefit me as a small business owner? Well, there are various areas, right, in which you can apply tools to help you run your business better. remember, our theme is using technology to scale, to grow. It doesn't matter where you are at today in your business, whether you're a one-man business or you have 100 employees or 1,000 employees. There is always opportunity for growth and to do a lot more. So here we have them in about 8 buckets. You could expand at your leisure, but I thought if we look at this 8, we will have a pretty good idea of, the various areas of our businesses where we can apply technology. So, what does it do for us as entrepreneurs? It provides us with a level playing field. You are here in this auditorium in Lagos, right? We are all in Lagos. We agree. Guess what? Because of technology, you can reach out to a supplier who is in Kano. Because of technology, right? You can sell your goods or services to customers in Abakaliki, and you are seated in Lagos. In fact, you can take your business global, because if you have a website, you can actually reach customers in Barbados, right from the comfort of your seats in Lagos, Nigeria. Right? So, level playing field. And I would like you to keep that in mind. If you do not use technology, immediately you are at a disadvantage. So technology is not for the big businesses. Technology is not just for the big corporations. It's for every single business owner or manager, right? Now, process automation. When we look at process automation, we look at how to make, I think one of the participants mentioned it, how to run your business at a faster pace, how to make life easier. Growing up, I remember my mom had a typewriter, right? But then she learned shorthand. So it was very complicated for us to use it. We were like, Mommy, we are not too fast. By the time I got to GSS1, GSS2, I'm giving away my age, PCs. PCs were already in use, so that was wonderful. It was faster for us. We were like, Mommy, your typing machine is okay, put it aside. We are going to use a PC. And by the time I finished secondary school, it was normal. That was the whole internet boom. Everybody had email. Guess what my first email address was? Anybody? Not AOL. Hotmail! Please clap for the person who says Hotmail. And I used it for many years, right? It was Hotmail, and I, proudly opened my mailbox. Okay, thank you so much. And I proudly opened my Hotmail box. So, what did it do for us, right? Until then, if I wanted to speak to my parents, I would have to go to a phone booth or on a phone, and it would cost me a lot more, right? When the whole internet boom started, I opened my Hotmail box and I could send emails to my parents so easily. What process was made easier for me and my family? It was communication, right? Somebody sat down, invented and designed a computer. Somebody else sat down and thought about the World Wide Web and made it possible for me to communicate with my family, and we were in 2 different continents. That is a process that has been automated. Communication process, right? So if you are in your business and imagine you have 5 employees, right? And one person is in charge of cash management or your finance team. And you have told them, before any money is disbursed, I need to sign. I need to see the invoice and I need to sign, because you want to have a paper trail on approval or something like that. So that is a process. Everything is going on well until one day, you have to go and meet a supplier yourself and argue on his latest price increase. Meanwhile, your employee is in the office and he needs to make an urgent payment. And if that payment is not made that day, maybe it's a payment on a loan, I don't even know, something dramatic will happen to your business. What would you do? If you were the business owner, you were, I don't know, in the leather market somewhere in Kano, and your staff in Lagos absolutely needed to make a payment. What will you do if you're in the shoe of that owner? Yes, ma'am. Please, the mic. We have. One of my fellow guest speaker, please. She has.
Gonna say I would pick up my phone and do it quickly.
She'll pick up her phone and quickly, right? What is a phone? Technology, thank you. Remember, we already said it can be physical, it can be, hardware, software, virtual. She will pick up her phone. Now, if she picks up her phone and she sends that message to her boss saying, boss, please approve for these funds to be disbursed. The boss can say, oh, but no, it would simply be a text message or WhatsApp message, right? Even though she has used technology, remember, this is technology to scale. She has used technology, her mobile phone plus mobile network and so on to send across the message. But it's not in the template that you're used to. And you want to see that template with all the various column, amount, supplier, beneficiary, the bank account number will be paying that money from. She has used technology, but it hasn't accomplished purpose yet. So what would you do? What would be the next step? Well, your next step will be to say, maybe I'm going to approve this as an extraordinary or exceptional approval. But when I get back to Lagos, we need to put together an approval process that does not require me to be physically present, right? So you can create a form as simple as using Word document or Excel or PDF, and your staff send it to you, and there on your own phone or your laptop or your tablet, you sign and you send it back. That is called process automation. In fact, even better, you can decide to get rid of all those forms and say, I'm actually going to purchase a process automation tool. So if you're only going to use the basic features, we have a number of them who are actually free online, and you do not need to acquire software. I need to speed up. I think my time is fast spent. Data analytics. Don't be frazzled by the big word. It simply means looking at all the information that you have within your business to extract insight and make the right decisions. Now, there were about seven or nine business owners who raised their hands. Can I ask you, do you know which of your products is the most profitable? Remember, I did not say which of your product generates the most revenue. I said, do you know which of your product is the most profitable? Because there's a difference between profit and revenue. Data analytics enable you to do that. Do you know which of your outlets has the biggest footfall? So those are some of the little things that looking at your data, analyzing them can help you achieve. Understanding, for example, at what point in the day do I have my highest traffic? Which means that if you were to run a promo, that is most likely the best time to do so. Not at 4 to 5 when you barely have 2 customers coming through your doors. Right? So looking at that. And how do you achieve that? Through technology. Because you need tools to gather that information, to gather the data. You need tools to analyze it. And then you also need tools to show the outcome of your analysis. Right? If you look at productivity enhancement is a huge bucket. So inside this bucket, you would see financial management. It is important for you as a business owner to know your numbers. Right? So how do you keep track of accounting? You need to keep track of accounting. What comes in, what goes out. You need to keep track of accounting also, not just because you want to see how much money you're making, because you need to remit taxes. So how do you know how much tax you're supposed to pay if you're not keeping track? Right? How do you know how much investment you need to make in a specific year if you do not have a proper CAPEX tracker? That's capital expenditure. How long have you used a particular tool? How long have you used your sewing machine? Do not wait until the sewing machine completely packs up. Because at that point, you don't have a business anymore if you're a tailor. You have lost your productivity tool, right? So that's productivity, on the better customer service and engagement. Among the business owners, how many of you have TikTok accounts? One. Okay. Your TikTok account, is it for your business? Yes. So what do you do? Why did you decide to have a TikTok account for your business?
Okay, thank you. I deal on real estate and automobiles. So that's my major aspect of business. And the reason why I opened TikTok account was, okay, the reason why I opened TikTok account was because I discovered that whenever I get to advertise on Facebook or Instagram, you get, like, I hardly get views, you understand? But on TikTok, like, it's, I just tag one or two or like 3 tags, then in just like a day, I get more than like 500 views, just like that, without, subscribing for any plan. So that's it.
Fantastic. I love his answer, right? He has achieved customer engagement by realizing that people are more likely to watch videos or short clip. And which platform today does that the best? It is TikTok. So if you're a business owner here, please, and you want to make sure that you deepen your customer loyalty, you're always in their face and they feel like they're engaged, please go and open a TikTok account and maybe once a week post some clips. Instagram is old school. So if your segment is Gen Z, if you're targeting Gen Zs in your business, please go and open a TikTok account and once a week send post. And your engagement will catch fire just like he said, right? So very, very important. And of course, in this bucket, you also have tools like CRMs. They are customer relationship management application. They help you track your customer pipeline, the existing customer, the prospect that you have, how well your team of business development managers are doing. Because it's easy for your sales team to come and say, oh, today I sold 10 apples. But if you track your pipeline, it is possible to move your sales from 10 apples to 200 apples because you have a tracking system. If you're here and you run a pharmacy, you should be able to know at every point in time which customer are your repeat customer. Which of your customer come every month to buy, let's say, vitamin C? Which of your customer come every month to say buy folic acid? It kind of gives you an idea of the pain points of that individual or of the household. And what do? You anticipate on those needs. If this person comes every 4 weeks, by week 3, a customer engagement tool should allow you to send an email or a text or a WhatsApp message telling the customer, by the way, we have this in stock. And because you are such a wonderful customer, this month, we are going to sell it to you at the normal price minus 500 naira. You can do that, but guess what? If you do not have a way of tracking your relationships, you will not be able to achieve that, right? And so on and so forth. Cost reduction, a lot of us are looking at cost reduction, and there are various ways of doing that. So we have said all that. It is wonderful. But the critical question here is how? How exactly are all these things going to benefit my business, right? And it's my hope that as we leave this session, it will be a bit clearer to you which areas in your business you can apply technology for. But for that to be very crystal clear to you, you need to look at all the aspects of your business, right? You can't just say, I'm going to apply technology to my business. You know, that is too general. That is too global. You need to look at what strategies we call your business model canvas. So if you have never heard about that term, please go on Google, that is technology, and type business model canvas. It basically gives you the 9 key elements that form your business. And for each of those buckets, you need to have a strategy. It covers your cost structure, your revenue stream, your customer segment, who do I target, what do I sell, your value proposition. What makes me different as a bread seller from another bread seller? So once you have a proper understanding of your business, of those 9 key areas that form what your business is all about, then we can then look at the technology that will be the most beneficial to you. And the critical hows, I put them into 4 buckets. How do I harness the opportunities? How do I select the most suitable technology? How do I identify the business areas that are most likely to benefit from technology at this point in time in my business? And then how do I ensure that my business remain relevant as new technologies emerge, because they will continue to emerge, right? And so this particular slide, and I think that would be my last slide, is from IT Genius. It's an Australian company, and they help a lot of entrepreneurs in their technology journey, and they call it the technology adoption cycle, right? And it split businesses across their various phases. Today, we said we want to scale. That is our theme, right? So they take you through the launch phase, the startup phase, the growth phase, the scale acceleration. I apologize, it is barely visible to you. But basically what they are saying is that if you are in the launch phase, you're generally a solo entrepreneur, right? You're a sole proprietor, you're running your show all by yourself, you have no staff. It is you and you only. Most of the time what you do, you have post-it notes everywhere. These are all the things that I want to do today, and so on and so forth. That is fine, fair enough. Where can technology be the most beneficial to you is really moving away from notes and all your notebook, because it means that if you forget your notebook at home, you pretty much don't even know the task you have to accomplish for that day, which customer you're supposed to contact, and is moving you to maybe owning a device on which you can have task sharing apps, notes, instead of having them on paper. So if you have an iPhone, you have notes. If you have an Android device, you have so many notes that you can download for free, by the way, on your Play Store. That is really what you need in terms of technology here and how to communicate. If you're in the startup phase, so you have between 2 to 3 employees, here you actually want to be able to collaborate with them, and you can use tools like WhatsApp. You can use tools like Google Drive to share tasks, where all of them can work together on the same thing and they share information. It is saving you costs. Imagine if you have to call every 5 minutes to discuss something, right? Your SMS bundle would disappear, your unit would disappear. But if you're all on the same task sharing app, it reduces that cost, right? And they list a few of those things that you require. You require a document management system, and this is where invoicing becomes important. You move to the growth phase, and here really you need communication channel. I don't know if some of you are in the tech space, you have tools like Slack for project management, you have tools like Asana. It just makes life easier. At this point, you should really be able to have Excel, Word, and all those other applications for ease of making business. If you are in a small manufacturing business, it will be good for you to have an inventory management tool. But wherever you are in this cycle, you really, really should be able to do your accounting by yourself. And we have a number of free software like QuickBooks, like Wave Accounting, FreshBooks. They are all there, they're online, download them, and it will do your accounting for you. You're a very, very small business. So I am happy to have a chat with you later on, and giving you a few more pointers. But very importantly, the questions that you should ask yourself, and these are really my parting words as we end this session, before you decide on whether or not you should invest or adopt a technology. For me, 3 key questions you should ask yourself. So, what is it that today, right, technology will not be able to do in my business? Because it's not everything that technology does. Guess what? You can purchase a Google advert subscription, but if you do not have a strategic communication plan, it's not going to do you any good in your business, right? What are the limits to the productivity boost that I would like to achieve? And finally, do the benefits of this technology outweigh the costs? Because you still want to have your business afloat in a few years. So thank you very much, everybody. Thank you for having me. And I really, really hope, right, that the next time you hear the words technology for your business, you would not be afraid to use those tools, and you will actually gladly do so. And together, next year we'll rejoice on the cost reduction and additional revenue generation and customers that you will acquire. Thank you very much.